Hey students, welcome in today's session. I'm your doubt expert Anubhav Rawat, and today we are going to study a very important topic, which is imperialism. So first of all, let us discuss what does this word mean? What is the meaning of the word imperialism? So it has been derived from the word imperium. Imperium. Now what is the meaning of the word imperium? Imperium means to have an authority, to have authority or control over something, to have an authority or control over something. So if we want to coin the definition of this word imperialism, so what could be the definition? What could be the definition? Simply, the definition could be imperialism is a policy or practice by which a country extends, let's suppose there's a country A. So imperialism is a policy or practice by which a country extends its power. This is a country A and this is a country B. This is a country B. So it is a policy or practice by which a country extends its power, influence or control over other territories through various ways. Various ways for like colonization, military powers, or economic dominance. So more precisely, I can say that if there's a country A and it has colonized a country B and using all the resources, all the economic dominance and putting all the economic dominance on this country B, then this country A has imperialized the country B. Let us take an example of Britain and India. We all know there were approximately 13 Britain colonies, or colonies of Britain, or we can say 13 colonies of Britain. 13 colonies of Britain, in which India was one of the prominent one. So when Britain colonized India, it has exploit India in three ways. It has exploit India in three ways. Now what are the three ways? First one was political conjugation. We are going to discuss each one of them very briefly. First one is political conjugation. What is the second one? Second one, economic exploitation. And what is the third one? Third one is socio-culture dominance. These are the basic factors when one country imperializes other. Then these are the basic factors, or we can say these are the basic parameters on which the country exploit another. So let us first discuss the political conjugation. When Britain colonized India, it not only politically but administratively too dominated it. All the administrative of the country. Like there was no government at that time, but there was a monarchy system. Each state, or we can say each territory, have its own king. So Britain or the Britishers have administrated over our country through political conjugation. Each of the king was under the control of Britishers. They were not independent. If they have to take any big decision regarding the economics or regarding anything, they have to first take a permission from the Britishers. The second one, economic exploitation. Now what does this mean? What does mean economic exploitation? We know the economy of a country mostly depend on two things. The first one is the goods going out of the country, and second one is the goods coming in the country. What we call it? Export and import. When you will read in your textbooks, you will see that all the spices, and all the minerals which India produces were under the British control. All the spices, mineral, and everything was under the British control. But not only this, all the export and import too were under the control of Britisher during the colonial period. So export and import means Britisher can decide in from which country we have to trade. Britisher can decide what should be the things that go outside India that we will sell. For example, you must have studied indigo, about indigo in your class 10th. You must have studied about indigo, that how Britisher imposes very high tax on indigo, and then Gandhi ji fought for this, and approximately 25% reduction in taxes has been done by the British court. So we have first read about the political conjugation. Political conjugation means all the administrative power will be under Britishers, है ना. Second thing, economic exploitation means all the export and import of that country will be under the dominant country. Here we are taking the example of Britain and India. So all the political conjugation of India will be under Britain. All the economic exploitation will be under Britain. All the economic activities will be under Britain. And thirdly, the socio-culture dominance. This is very important. Please listen here carefully. When I talk about the socio-cultural dominance, that means the culture of the captured or colonized country will be dominant by the country who colonize it. Here, you must have heard about the dhoti kurta. First, Indian used to wear dhoti kurta, but after the British period, after the influence of this Western media and all, there was a trend of jeans, shirts. Now there are very less people. Only in some villages we see the culture of this dhoti kurta. Otherwise, this culture is totally lost. So how the socio-culture dominance of these Western countries has influenced our country? Secondly, here the main role of missionaries comes. Missionaries. When Britishers captures India, they not only captures the economic prosperity of our country, but cultural prosperity too. The entrance of missionaries in our country has started from the British period, and after that, not only from the British period, the interference of Christianity was very few. But after the British period, the interference has been given a sudden rise. So when we talk about the socio-culture dominance, the missionaries' role is very important here. From here, the rise of Christianity in India, rise of Christianity in our country. Christianity. So here, till here, we have talked about the imperialism, the definition of imperialism, that when it is a policy or practice by which a country extend its power or influence over other country or territory through colonization, military conquest, or economic dominance. Even it often involves exploiting the resources and labor of the colonized territories, as we have seen in the Britain and India case. Okay, so this is a basic definition. It has derived from the word imperium, which means to have authority or control. We can just clearly see that this meaning has been depicted in the definition. And thirdly, the three main ways by which a country will exploit another country. Just like how Britain has exploited India, it has exploited India in basic three ways. First one was political conjugation, second was economic exploitation, and third was socio-culture dominance. Thank you.